Hi, grade 5 students. Good morning, Linda Basma. Good morning, Karim Haji. Good morning, Hadi Sabrawi. How are you guys? How was the holiday so far? Mayar, good morning, dear. Good morning, Sireen. Ahmed Jafal, hi. Yes, Karim, 9 people are here. So today we're gonna start with a new lesson, but before we do this, I need to make a quick revision about light, what light is, and how do light rays travel. How do they act when they hit different kinds of objects, and what are the different types of objects according to the way they react with the light rays. We'll talk a little bit about reflection and refraction. Linda, I miss you way more. Dima Sultani, good morning, dear. Thank you, Kareem. Happy Mother's Day to your mom too. Asil, good morning. Mayar, I miss you way more, يا قلبي. Okay, so what's light? I'll move quickly with this one because the electricity lesson is a bit long. Okay, hi. Light is a kind of energy. It's a form of energy. It's made of electromagnetic waves and it travels in straight lines through different kinds of media. Light is produced by natural and artificial sources. The sun, fires, stars are natural sources of light, and candles, light bulbs are artificial sources of light. As you can see in here, we have also other kind of light, kinds of light that are made of electromagnetic waves, but they are invisible to our eyes, like the infrared light, ultraviolet light, X-rays, gamma rays, radio waves, microwaves. Okay? Leia, hi, I miss you too, dear. We see things because they reflect light to our eyes. When you have a source of light, the light travels to the things that are around you. Then these objects or these things reflect light to your eyes so you can see them. Okay, so in 2 steps, the light sends the light rays to the object. Then this object reflects light to your eyes. The boy in here can't see the book because the book is reflecting the light to his eye. Shadows, as you can see the shadow of the boy in here. Shadows are formed when things block light from their source. Okay, when light is blocked by something, we will have its shadow behind it. Danielle, hi. I miss you, miss. Okay, you had to do, this was the first worksheet to solve. Some of you did it, some others did not. Your job was to draw the light ray going from its source to the eye of the one looking at it. Okay, so on the lamp, the light was going from this lamp to the eye of the boy. Here the light bulb was the source, the candle is the source, the firefly is the source in here, the flashlight of the source of light in here. So your job was to draw a line, an arrow going from the source of light to the eyes of the kid. Second question, you had to draw arrows to show how the light from the light bulbs travels so you can see the chair. As I said, we see things because they reflect light to our eyes. So the source of light sends light to the chair. The chair reflects light to your eye, to the kid's eyes, and then the kid can see the chair. Hi Hassan Zainuddin. Okay, according to the way they show things behind them, how the light ray travels through them or not, objects are classified into three types: opaque objects, translucent objects, and transparent objects. Opaque objects block light rays from traveling through them. Yani they do not let light pass through them. Opaque. Okay, we cannot see anything behind an opaque object. The light cannot pass through them. Translucent, we can still see some of the object behind it, but not so clear. It doesn't give a clear image of it. So some light passes through it. Transparent object, they let almost all light pass through it. So transparent, all light can pass through it. Translucent, some of the light. Opaque, no light can pass through it. Good morning, Angelina. Yes, Serene, we're going to do WebEx after this. I'm going to explain a new lesson, then I'll give you the link so you can meet me on WebEx. Okay, but after we finish, after finishing this. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to your mom too, Hasuna. Okay, so as I said, what happened? Opaque objects do not let light pass through them, but some of them have a very shiny and smooth surface, so they reflect light. Okay, like mirrors. Mirrors have a smooth and shiny surface, so they reflect light. Whenever you send light to a mirror, the light will be reflected. Okay, and we have rules of reflection. Lana, what I miss you way more حبيبتي. I miss your face. هلا رح نحكي عن WebEx. Can't wait to see you. Abbas, hi. Okay, so this is the incident ray. This is the light going down. It hits the mirror. When it hits the mirror, it will reflect, since mirrors have a smooth and shiny surface. Okay, right, reflecting of mirror. And as I said before, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So incident ray هيدا reflected ray. We're talking about light in here أكيد. Incident light ray, reflected light ray. هون عندي angle of incidence, هون عندي angle of reflection, and the two angles are equal to each other. عندي two types of mirrors. عندي three types of mirrors. Flat mirrors are the mirrors that you have in your home. They give the exact image of you. يعني when you look at the mirror, you will see yourself. in the same size. You will have okay, you will have an image of the same size. We have convex mirrors, and they give a smaller image. يعني the image of the things will look smaller. هون عندي concave mirrors, they give an image that is bigger than the object. Okay, in concave mirrors, the image of the object is larger or bigger than the real thing. This is a video, we'll watch it together.
Setting this pendulum in motion. Try that one more time.
Okay, so Maya, hi, happy Mother's Day to your mom too. I miss you. So again, we'll watch it again.
Setting this pendulum in motion. Try that one more time.
Okay, so again, عندي three types of mirrors. Flat mirrors بيعطوا image that has the same size of the object. يعني أنتوا you look at yourself in the mirror and you see an image of the same size. Convex mirrors بيعطوا image that is smaller than the real thing. Concave, like you saw the video, بيعطوا image that is bigger than the thing. هون we are talking about opaque things that have a shiny, smooth surface. Right. This is reflection, when light is reflected. هلا we'll talk about refraction. Refraction يعني we're talking about transparent media مثل الglass, water, the air. So light can pass through these three media but in a different speed. Serene, how did I do that? I didn't do this. It's a kind of mirror. Okay, عندي three kinds of mirror. عندي flat mirror, convex mirror, concave mirror. The flat mirror, it gives you an image of the same size. Convex بيعطونا image, يعني when you look at them هتشوفي an image that is smaller than you. والconcave they give larger image. يعني هيدا it's a kind of mirror. لما بتحط الobject it will give you a bigger image of the thing.
Try that one more time.
هون it's all about reflection. The light is reflected. هون refraction when light bends. لأنه as I said light can move through transparent media مثل الglass, مثل air, مثل water. Yes, light can go through them, can travel through them. بيمشي بس it follows different speeds. يعني the light is fast in the air but it is slower in the water. شو يا كريم؟ You're sending question marks. What's wrong? Hassan, we said nothing about waves. We said that light is made of electromagnetic waves. These are kind of waves or kind of materials, the material that moves in waves, okay? And microwaves, gamma rays, ultraviolet light, infrared light, visible light, they are all made of a kind of waves called electromagnetic waves. I'm reading your comments and the internet is so good. So if you have any questions or there's something that you didn't get, I can answer. Okay. Yeah. So the light was moving in the air. It was fast. It hits the surface of the glass. Then it continues. It can move through the glass, but it's slower. So it bends. Light rays bend as they move from one medium to another. They bend. كمان هون when it leaves the glass it will bend again. It will go faster. كمان we have different kinds of glasses. We call them lenses. These lenses كمان وعندي two types of lenses, convex lenses و concave lenses. Convex lens, they put the light rays together. Concave lens, they send them apart. Again, convex lens, they give a smaller image of the thing if you're looking through it. Concave lenses, they will let you see a bigger image of the thing. Yes, يا داني, when light bends, we call this refraction, صح? Convex lenses, they put the light rays together, okay, so they give smaller images of the things. Concave lenses, they will put the light rays apart, so they give, sorry for this, so they give a larger image of the thing. Quiz time. This was a worksheet that you had to do. Okay. Some of you did it, and okay. So when we did this together during the sorry for this. We did this together during the office hour on Wednesday with some of you. Okay. When light passes through a translucent object, we will get an unclear image of the object. So objects are classified into three parts. Opaque, three types. Opaque objects, they do not give we cannot see through them. Light don't pass through them. Translucent objects, some of the light pass through them. Transparent, they let almost all of the light pass through them. You see a tree, a kid, when the tree reflects light to your eyes. Yani when light reflects from the tree to your eyes. Into you see things when they reflect light to your eyes. Refraction happens when light changes direction لإلها for sure will speed. Okay? The image of an object in a flat mirror, like the mirrors that you have at your house, in your homes, is the same size as the object. Convex mirrors give you an image of smaller size. Will concave بيعطوا an image that has a larger size. In a fish aquarium, we have one fish, but sometimes you see two. This is possible again because of refraction, because light bends. Like the experiment that we did in class, the straw أو the pencil looks broken in water. That's because of refraction. Into what you see هن ال reflection يعني reflected electromagnetic waves. The color of an opaque object is the color of light it reflects into. You can see things because they reflect light, so you see the reflected light ray. هون transparent, translucent, opaque. Can you help me with this? A. Is A a transparent object, translucent object, or an opaque object? أين الأبطال؟ A. It's a plastic bag. Bravo, Linda. Transparent bags are transparent objects. Bravo يا داني. So plastic bags are transparent objects. Transparent. B. This box. Kareem? Kareem, you will be punished for this. Okay. علي عوضة, Sireen, and Hassan Zainadine. Okay. Imagine that you're looking at something through these plastic bags. يعني أنتوا هلا you're holding the plastic bags in front of you and you are looking through them. Can you see a clear image of everything about around you? Yes, it's clear. We can see through them clearly. Karim, please use your personal account now. Be opaque, صح. Bravo, Hassan, Zainadine, and Lana, Mayar. I'm sorry for this. B is an opaque object. طيب هيدا أكيد ال cup of water لأنه it has water, it has glass, transparent media يعني it's a transparent object. D. If you're looking through this window, can you see a clear image of what's behind? Yes or no? Is it an opaque object, translucent object, or a transparent object? D. Opaque. Excellent يا ديما. D is a translucent object. صح يا ليندا لأنه we can still see what's behind but the image isn't clear, so it's a translucent object. C, last one, the curtain. Is the curtain transparent object, translucent object, ولا opaque object? دي translucent صح يا داني. برافو سيرين. أسيل excellent. برافو هادي. E. Yes أحمد. Excellent يا أحمد. برافو يا أسيل. C. translucent also. We can still see what's behind, but not clearly. يعني it's a translucent object. Okay. هلا هيدا I think this is the last question. We did it last time, but رح أعمل a quick revision about it. Then we'll start with our new lesson. At what point does refraction occur? هلا what's happening in here إنه light is going من the flashlight. It hits the surface of the water. It goes down. بعدين at point D, it hits a mirror and it reflects. It goes out of the water at point B. ماشي. Again, we are sending light من الفلاشلايت. هيدا اللايت it goes through the air أول شي. بعدين it goes down in the water. It hits a mirror. It reflects. بعدين it goes out of the water. ماشي. يعني عندي light traveling in a straight line. بعدين it bends. As you can see in here it bends. بعدين it reflects. وأكيد هون لأنه it's leaving the water to the air كمان it bends again. At what point does refraction happen? It happens in C. هون. It happens هون. It bends. When light hits the surface of water, it bends. It goes slower. Lamar Sharafuddin is here. Hi, dear. At what point does the light travel faster? Light moves fast in the air. يعني بالpoint B صح؟ لأنه it's going out of the water to the air. بيروح fast. وكمان at A لأنه the light is in the air. يعني at A and B light moves fast. At what point does reflection happen? When light hits a shiny object that has a smooth surface. A and B faster. برافو يا دينا. Excellent. Reflection happens at point D. What are the different transparent media that are traversed by light? Light can move through the air and it can also travel through the water. So the two transparent media where light moves in the air and the water. What happens to the path of light at the surface separating the transparent media? يعني when light moves from the air to the water it bends لأنه it's moving slower. وكمان when it moves من the water to the air it bends again. Okay, لأنه different speeds. حتى انتو, if you can remember the girl that was explaining the reflection lesson in the video last time, she said, imagine you're swimming in water. You're slower, صح؟ لأنه you cannot walk in water in the same speed as you can do in the air. As light rays move from the air to the water they bend. يعني عندي بالpoint هون point C والpoint B عم بيصير في عندي refraction. Light bending. Does the fish appear in its real position? أكيد لا. Sometimes you see two fish كمان. This is because of light refraction. So this was the light lesson, and you can find these lecture notes on the app. Okay? Yes, faster than swimming. Do you still have any questions about the light lesson? Okay, great. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I miss you يا هادي. يلا, are you ready? In this lesson, كمان we're talking about light. هون light bulbs are the source of light. بس we'll talk about what makes light bulbs light. We'll talk about current electricity. We will see what are the different parts of an electric circuit, and you will draw. So please, if you can get a paper, so you can help me drawing some circuits. We have to distinguish between insulators and conductors of electricity, and we will talk about different types of circuits. Before we start talking about electricity, we have to tell what electricity is. So follow me and let's watch this video together.
Electricity is all around us, and most of us use it every day. But do you really know what electricity is? To really understand electricity, you first have to start with an atom. Everything in the universe is made up of atoms. Know what electricity is? Electricity is all around us, and most of us use it every day. But do you really know what electricity is? To really understand electricity, you first have to start with an atom. Everything in the universe is made up of atoms. Let's look at this ant. We think of ants as being pretty small, but atoms are smaller. Much, much smaller. Atoms are so small, in fact, that one ant is made up of too many atoms to count, more than 1 billion. If you take an object and keep breaking it down to smaller units, eventually you'll be left with only atoms, which we can call the building blocks of everything. Atoms have a couple of different parts, and a really important part of an atom is called an electron. Not all atoms have the same number of electrons. The number of electrons in an atom can change because electrons can move between atoms. Electricity is the movement or flow of electrons from one atom to another. This flow of electrons is called current, electric current. Electrons can move in all materials, but they can move through some materials better than others. If electrons can move quickly and easily in a material, then that material is a conductor. A conductor is anything that allows electric current to flow from one point to another. The opposite of a conductor is an insulator. An insulator is a material that does not let electrons move well and doesn't conduct electricity. Have you ever seen the inside of a wire? The inside is usually made up of copper or another conductive metal, while the outside is made of plastic, an insulator. The copper wire helps the electrons flow, while the plastic insulator helps keep the electricity from being wasted and prevents us from being shocked. To use electric current to power things, you have to create a complete pathway for the electric current to follow. This is called an electric circuit. An electric circuit is like a racetrack of conductive materials that let the electrons flow in a specific way. For example, let's try to light a light bulb. First, you need a power source, like a battery. Next, you need to connect wires to the battery, and finally, the light bulb. Presto! Just like that, the circuit has been completed and the light bulb lights up. To learn more about electricity and circuits, explore the Curiosity.
Okay, so electricity is found everywhere in our lives. Okay, it lights our homes, we use it to cook our food, it powers our computers, television sets, and the different electronic devices. Electricity from batteries keeps our cars running and makes our flashlights shine. So what's electricity? Well, the girl in the video was talking about electrons. So what you have to know is that everything around you is made of atoms. Inside these atoms, we have charges called electrons. We have tiny things that keep moving called electrons. Okay? So the flow of these electrons in a closed pathway is a circuit. Okay? And current electricity is the flow of electrons that happens inside circuits. When you put a battery, you use wires and you put a device, let's say a light bulb, so you're creating an electric current flow. Okay? Okay, so here we have the battery, electrons. Electrons, they have a negative charge. They move from the negative terminal of the battery to the positive, and they keep running through this pathway. While passing through the light bulb, they light it up. Okay, so this is what we call a circuit, and it needs to be closed so it works and it keeps flowing. So the term circuit refers to a closed path. It needs to be closed. Open circuits won't let your light bulb light up. We don't use them, Yahadi. Again, I will repeat. Everything around you is made of atoms. Yani the smallest element that composes things. So everything around you is made of millions of atoms. Inside these atoms, we have electrons. Okay, and these electrons tend to move. They keep moving. But they need places, they need a path so they can flow. So like in here, the electrons come out of the battery, they move through the wires, they pass through the light bulb, they light it up, and then they will turn back to the battery. They need a closed pathway. If this pathway was open like the one in here, okay, a part of the wire is missing, so we say that this is an open circuit and the bulb light won't. Everything around you, Asir, is made of atoms. Everything. Matter is made of atoms. Okay, in here, the wire is uncut. This is a complete circuit. It has a battery, there is no gaps, all the elements are connected together, but the switch is off. Hello, I'm going to talk about the switch is, and we say that this is an open circuit too. The light bulb won't light up. Okay, the bulb will light only if there is a complete circuit with a closed path. This is an open path, so the light bulb won't light up, and In here, the switch is off, so command the light bulb won't light up. This is a simple circuit. In this circuit, you need a generator. You have something that gives you electricity. In here, it's the battery. You will need these lines. These are the roads for your electrons flow, so that the electrons flow. You will need a device, let's say a television, a bulb, and in here we have the switch. The switch can be on or off. So what are the parts of a simple electric circuit? Easy. It's a battery, a generator. You need something that gives electric current, like a battery. You'll need wires, and the parts of the circuit where electricity flows, where electrons move, and then pathways, roads. You'll need a device, like a light bulb, a television, microwave, whatever. And you'll need a switch. The switch is used to open or close the circuit. Now, and in this case, the switch is off. It's opened. Are we good to know? Okay, how do we draw a circuit? In science, almost everything has symbols to draw it. Since it's hard to draw a battery, a real one, a real image of it, a light bulb, the wires, so scientists made symbols for everything. This is a symbol of a battery. So you need to draw a long line, then next to it a shorter one. So this is a battery. This is a switch, okay? And in this case, it's open since it's opened in here. There's a gap. Well, this is a lamp, a light bulb, okay? Yani, in this case, let me read this circuit. This is a battery. These lines are the wires. And we have in this case, how many lamps? How many light bulbs? Okay, take a look at Linda. Not all circuits contain a switch. It's not necessary. Okay, Mayar, I will repeat. We're talking about electricity in here. Yani, how do we turn on a television? How do light bulbs work? They need electricity, right? So now we're explaining how this happens. How does electricity moves from the source of electricity to the light bulbs or to the television, to the computers, to the chargers of your phones. Devices that work on electricity need to be a part of circuits. And now we're talking about circuits. Okay, in here, do you have a paper in front of you? Who knows how to draw with this circuit? How can we draw it? It consists of a battery, wires, light bulb, and a switch. Here it is. The battery in here, the light bulb, the lamp, the switch, and all of these elements are connected together by wires. Take a look on this circuit diagram. A battery, wires with 3 light bulbs. So you have to draw the symbol of the battery, 3 light bulbs, 3 lamps, and you have to connect all of them together using lines. Okay, yes. I'm waiting for the pictures. Excellent, Yalinda. Okay, let me check if I can send. Okay, excellent, Yalinda. Let me see if I can post the picture in the comments so your friends can see it. It seems that I cannot. I'll show it to them when we talk on WebEx. Yes, yes, I saw it, Linda. Okay. لحظة. And it's correct. Good job, dear. So you have to draw. Let me go back to this. You have to draw a light bulb, a switch, a battery, and connect all of them together using wires and lines. Okay? I'll go back to see the comments now. Okay, so electrons cannot flow through everything. They need good conductors of electricity to move. Do you know any? Do you know examples of things that can conduct electricity? يلا يا حسن, I'm waiting for the pick. Okay, you did an excellent job, ya Hassan, but you drew the first one. You did this, right? You did this circuit, not this one. Because your circuit has one battery and 3 light bulbs. Excellent, bravo ya Hassan. Bravo. Foil, bravo Linda. Foil, aluminium foil is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, so some materials called conductors, they let electric charges, they let electrons flow through them. Okay, so electricity can move through them easily. Some others, they are insulators, they do not let electricity pass through them. Okay? Like, take a look on this. This cooking pot has 2 parts. It's made from, it has this metal part in here, and it's plastic from here. Why? The metal part allows to, it conducts heat, it conducts electricity, it conducts, let's say, heat, fire. But the plastic doesn't, so we can hold it. So insulators and conductors work together to in everything almost around us. So again, electricity is conducted through some things better than others. Some things hold the electrons very tightly, so they don't let electricity move through them very well. And we call them insulators, like rubber, like plastics, cloth, glass. The air isn't a good. They aren't good conductors of electricity, while others like metal. Linda said foil, they are good conductors of electricity. Can we try to solve this together? Let's imagine, Akid, don't do it because this is so dangerous. Let's imagine that we are using these to conduct electricity. Will it move electricity to you? Will it conduct electricity to you? Let's talk about the copper penny.